Students, has a teacher ever made you cry? When I was a preteen, I had a teacher named M.S. Johnson. M.S. Johnson was a typical middle-aged English teacher, strict yet approachable, reserved but encouraging. She was a disciplinarian rather than a friend, but a kind one. Miss Johnson would be absent for months at a time, and when she was, we'd have a substitute, Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis was energetic and lively. He'd run around the classroom and inspire us at an age when inspiration was scarce and cynicism was the norm. None of us would admit it, but we'd be disappointed to arrive at school and find that M.S. Johnson had come back. To console ourselves, we made fun of her. We joked about her appearance, saying she looked like she was wearing a diaper and a wig. On the last day of school, M.S. Johnson handed out rolled-up scrolls on which she'd composed personalized poems for each of us. I remember feeling a little guilty both for mocking her and, most of all, for preferring Mr. Davis. A year later, I lay under a tree, catching up with my last friend from my old school. Alex had news. M.S. Johnson had passed away. She'd been sick with cancer all that year, but had insisted on continuing to teach. That we were her last class, and she knew it. She'd done everything in her power to find a qualified substitute in her absence, to make sure we learned the subjunctive mood and to see each of us for who we were as individuals. The guilt was terrible.